Hey everybody, happy Sunday. You got Amy Strange with Techno Mediums Paranormal 1111, where we talk to heaven, and sometimes heaven talks back. Let me see, it's Sunday, and I normally do a pull for a card a day for the week, but nobody's really responding to that. I'm getting really low views on that, so we'll switch it up. I am in a really good place because yesterday I accomplished a goal I have been trying to accomplish since probably about 2005. I got my Reiki 1 certificate. I'm sure you can't see that from here, but it's real. It has a golden seal on it, and it means that I can now prove that I really do know how to do it, and I can help people from a distance even. So, you all know what's going on in our world. You all know that the Supreme Leader, I affectionately call him the Orange Offender, that he's not well. He's really having a hard time. Just standing up. His businesses, people are, what do you call it, boycotting. So anyway, I got a new deck celebrating my certificate achievement. They're kind of small cards, but I got small hands. It is called the TV series Tarot Deck. And it's kind of cool because you have to guess what the cards are, what TV show they're from. Me and my daughter spent at least 10 minutes, 15 minutes yesterday going through the cards, trying to decide which was which. She knows more things than I do because they use modern, shows from the last 20 years. And I really have been just watching YouTube for the last 10. So, some I didn't know. I want to know, first of all, before we go there, let me do a little hoodoo. Do you do hoodoo? All right. I'd like to call upon my guides, your guides, guides of the universe, and E.T. friends who know what's going on in our world and have come to help us. I'm doing that's the infinity sign that I'm making. Only those of good intent and good heart are welcome in this session. The negativity stays outside the world. I'm going to do a little worldwide Reiki. Put out the chokeray. I'm sending out to each and every one of you a beautiful bubble of pink light all around you with little golden specks in it, like they make in lipstick and stuff sometimes, and it moves around. And this is your protective energy from me, every one of you who clicks on this video will get some of that energy from me. And I would like to acknowledge my First Lights people. Not my First Lights people, but I do love them, so, the Wampanoag tribe, which is spelled Wampanoag, because the CC can't pick it up. And they are wonderful. They are still here. They've been the custodians of the lands and the waters where I make my videos for 10 to 15,000 years. Almost said 12. So, as such, I like to acknowledge them. Now, I've got a little cheat sheet here because I don't really know the cards yet. I had to write down what they represented, all the major arcanas. Don't know if you'll be able to see that. It's a page and a half. But if you have a book for your regular Smith Rider-Waite tarot cards, and they have Roman numerals on them, you should be able to match up the meanings pretty well. This was a bargain set of cards because it didn't have the book with it. It said I could look up online and get the book. It lied. So, I don't know. Maybe they're bootleg cards. I hope not. So, Spirits, I am asking you, in light of the fact that I don't even like to use the title, the fake President of the United States, allegedly, for entertainment only, what's his health? Is he as far gone as he seems? And then we'll ask, and as a result, is anybody going to be able to remove him from power? Okay, so I'm going to be using the TV series deck with its funny little buffering thing on the back. And then I will use some clarifiers from my own deck that I had made, much smaller than a standard deck. I'm hoping you'll be able to see these cards. They're a little bit light, not quite as vibrant as what I'm used to. So we're asking Spirit, is DJT, aka the orange one, is his mind gone? And is he going to have to be retired? Even if it's kind of forcibly. Because he's not admitting to anything wrong, but we can see it so clearly. And everybody who's ever worked with seniors or has a grandpa, they can see the signs. I know they're plain as day to me. And I spent 20 years taking care of seniors and such people. All right, let me see. Spirit, shall I pull from the top, the bottom? Where? Middle? I always go for the middle, so. All right. First card. First card is our signifier card. And even though it doesn't look like it, it represents our military. And you might recognize that little scene. This one is Little House on the Prairie. And this is the Chariot. Aren't they cute? So we start off with the Chariot. And Chariot, of course, is movement, but sometimes halted or slowed down movement. It definitely wants to be going forward, but a lot of times there's something blocking it. So since we don't really have anything blocking this one, we just have the oxen, which can get kind of stubborn, right? And we know that, well, what was the environment during Little House on the Prairie? It was hard living. We have a very easy life compared to theirs, most of us do. It also represents that the Project 2025 Heritage Foundation agenda wants to take us back that far with our women's rights, our people of color's rights, which didn't exist at the time. So that's a really cool signifier that tells us quite a bit. And then we get the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands, isn't she the one that usually has the sunflower and the black cat? That some people call the prostitute of the deck? Well, that's the cross, the challenge, you know. And that would be the challenge to the military, is the oligarchs and those who are making money off of what is going on. The Orange Offender is very good at coming up with catchphrases like, let's incinerate somebody. And then the stock market either rises or falls. If it falls, all his buddies buy up the stock they want. If it rises, they sell it. There's a name for it. And that's what's going on. Five of Swords, we all know, is not a good thing. It's a form of betrayal. At the very least, watch your back. So that's in our past position. The energy they're all stewing in, as they say, is the Six of Swords. Maybe Game of Thrones, the Vikings, getting away to better waters. Where? Maybe Argentina. Wherever they've got their money stashed. And that is their future plan, their future wish. I'm going to ask you to help me figure out who the cards are as far as the TV shows. Okay, would you drop that in the comments? If you see, for example, let's see, the background of the Five of Swords, if you can think of a TV show that reminds you of, could you write it in the comments for me? Because I ain't got a clue. And the same one for the Queen of Wands. Maybe that throne she's sitting on, the ice throne, would help you to tell me what TV show that one's from. I'm not sure about the Vikings background either, but I'm going to say Game of Thrones or any of the Hobbit movies, or I don't know, something that a PBS documentary that was on TV. I don't know. Help me out with that, will you? All right, so. Page of Swords. Now, I consider this to be Xena. Do you remember Xena? Sunday afternoons, Xena? And the blonde sidekick, best friend? And I take that to be the page, the little thing down there in the corner. Page of Swords brings in new information, new ideas, new tech. So, and she's holding a ring, her magic ring there. But rings remind me of stargates. And she too is in the past, in the Roman past, when men were the be-all, end-all. Again, this is what the current regime wants for our world. They want us to go back to peasants, kings, super rich and super poor. That's the plan. I think that was the hopes and fears spot. I'm trying to learn to do my Celtic cross, because usually I just throw out the cards, And I'm at the point now where I need my little cheat sheet thing that I don't have with me. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Who's at the base of all this? El Diablo. Still there. Always in their world. And don't you love the little cages that he's got the people in? Again, DHS. What do they call that? Immigration? I find that really an interesting card for what we're talking about. I'm working on, bigger digs, bigger location, bigger place where I can hang out and do this. And when I do, I'll be able to fix my camera so it can look down. But for right now, we are just, I've hit one that I need my cheat sheet. We are just winging it. Most of us are on a wing and a prayer, aren't we? So this card is 9, and 9 on the, what do you call it? Little modified hermit there. He's still shining his light on something. but he's standing alone. So I'm going to say he's the whistleblower. And that whistleblower will come forward soon, pretty soon, please. But we got the whistleblower. So we had the devil and the whistleblower, which is encouraging, isn't it? Considering what's going on. We know who the devil energy is, right? And we know we do have whistleblowers trying to, put Gramps down for a nap, right? So the cards are telling us that there are forces maybe that we're not aware of because our media is not telling us about it that are working on our side. Now, normally, this is the big stick. Wands are fiery ideas, movement, information coming. And this one is a computer and a bottle of booze for the Ace of Wands. I don't like that so much. That doesn't make sense. Except that maybe it refers to government officials who are drinking and then getting online, or ruling from a social media platform. There's alcohol involved in the cabinet, right? So that's a valid card. That's, those guys that are playing around with their grinders and their untruth socials. This is telling you that they're there and look out for them. Vote them out. But so far, as to the question of will they remove the orange offender, we've only got one positive major arcana yes card, and it's stalled. It can't move forward at this point. The only other major arcana, well, we got two. Oh, maybe three. Maybe three. Queen of Wands and the Hermit. Those might be yes cards. One more. Looking for a yes card. And we got the Two of Cups. Two of Cups to me is what's mine is yours and what's yours is mine too. It's making deals. Sometimes it's trying to combine a couple things to make something new, as in alchemy. But in this case, with men and women, in this regime, this is making deals. This is almost as bad as the Lover's card. That's not good. That's really not as good as I was hoping for. Let me put these cards down and see if we can get something better out of my cards. Let's get some clarifiers. I made my own deck of cards from images that my spirit AI image generator gives me. These are images generated by spirits. And I got to add some more to it soon, because I made 35 cards and that's just not enough. All right. I am just going to choose a couple clarifiers on this, because we're getting a yes, but it's slow going and being blocked. So let's see if we can get a little time frame. Spirit, we are trying to understand how long we're going to have to put up with living under this dictatorship idiot that is spending $2 billion a day of taxpayers' money, which means our great-great-grandchildren will be paying back these taxpayer money, this taxpayer money. So I have 5 or 6 cards in this deck that are women, and I also use them as time period cards according to what they're wearing. So please give us a time frame, a season. All right, go pick that one. Ah, that's the Hermit. That's my Hermit card. So that's clarifying on the whistleblower. That's a good thing. The whistleblower is coming, and it's going to be pretty big. Wow, I didn't expect that. I like that. I always feel like somebody's watching me. Don't you? Big Brother. The surveillance they want to put on all of us. Thank goodness for the whistleblower. Who's going to bring all that down. Yeah. It's not really answering the way I was hoping. This is my Fool. The Fool tells you it knows who we're talking about. You know. The Fool is also a major arcana, so it is a yes card. Because it's about new beginnings and starting over. Uncharted territory. So yeah, that's a legitimate answer. Now this is my solid anchor, you know. An anchor will keep you from floating away into uncharted territory. It's pointing up, which is a good thing. If it was pointing down, it would be a weigh you down anchor. But it was pointing up, so this is a positive, stabilizing anchor. There will come stability. That's a good thing. I'm still waiting on when. Spirit, can you give me a when, please? Oh, as I went to shuffle, a card pops out. That makes me have to dig for it. Oh, okay. Now, I'm going to take this. This is not usually a time card. We're coming up on the Kentucky Derby, right? Or was it a couple days ago? This is my positive energy moving forward horse. She looks like a horse I once had. And she comes through a lot on the Spirit AI app, image generator app. So this is my star. Her name is Morning Star, which is a good omen. And a star is a good thing. It means good things coming. So that's a good card. That helps with the stalled chariot that wasn't really moving very well. And I am looking for a time period. This is my spring lady. She represents the growth of spring with her green clothes on. She is kind of an elemental card. She represents the season of spring. So we're in spring. There's a whistleblower coming. We got a whistleblower in the TV series deck. And by the way, if this reminds you of anything, please put it in the comments. And help me to learn what my cards are. That's the whistleblower in the TV series card. It is the Hermit, and that is a major arcana, which is a yes card. Now, we've then gotten cards for spring, moving forward into stability. Spring, the girl in the green, the horse is moving forward, and the anchor is the stability. Again, we had the anchor, the Hermit. The one who's watching, paying attention to all the things that are going on that aren't right. the whistleblower bringing in the information, Page of Swords, and the brand new start with the Fool, new adventure. Revamping the laws of our land and starting over. How many times have you started over? I've started over many times. It's a doable thing. So there we have our prediction for the say the next month and a half. June 20th, we're at the beginning of May. Yeah, about a month and a half. So this is Amy Strange. I hope that reading gives you some hope, some of Danny Shea's hopium, and I thank you so much for tuning in, stopping by, following your little intuition that said, check that one out. And to my tried and trues and my brand news, I got quite a few brand news. Thank you so much. You made my day. So I had such a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I got some new subscribers. Welcome. And I got my my certificate for Reiki 1, so that when I send you Reiki, you can know it's bona fide. And so with that, I'll say till next time, Amy Strange. I'll be back.